स्वागतं शुभदिनं प्रार्थनया प्रारम्भं करोमि। गुरुर्ब्रह्मा गुरुर्विष्णु गुरुदेवो महेश्वरः गुरुः साक्षात् परं ब्रह्म तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः। सरस्वती नमस्तुभ्यं वरदे कामरूपिणी विद्यारम्भं करिष्यामि सिद्धिर्भवतु मे सदा। ओम शांति शांति शान्तिः। यद्यपि अन्ते वक्तव्यं प्रारम्भे एव शान्ति अपि वक्तुं शक्नुमः, चिन्ता नास्ति तत्र। इदानीम् अग्रिमभागस्य पठनं षष्ठः अध्यायः। तत्र पदसङ्ग्रहः इति संक्षिप्तया दृष्ट्वा अग्रे सरामः। अद्यतनधातवः सन्ति पृच्छ, पृच्छति, एवं प्रेष, प्रेषयति। अत्र स्वतः यकारः अस्ति, न तु परार्थे, not to make someone else do. Preshayati sends, but there is a sense of you can say sending in that, okay, because sending is making someone else also go a little bit, so there is some kind of parartha there, but this is not a parartha niche. This is the native yakara of the presh. Okay, preshyate also has that, and that's why you see here presha ishyati. So yakara comes again for the future tense shya, like that. Okay, and then kr, to do, most popular dhatu. Most popular dhatu. We will quickly revise the forms of that later. Shru, to hear. Okay, so shrunoti. Okay, shruyate, etc. to hear. Then gnya, to know. To gnani, gnyaha, gnyata, all of them generate from this dhatu. Very important dhatu in Sanskritam. Gnya, to know. Okay, so prich, to ask, presh, to send, kr, to do, shru, to hear, gnya, to know. Okay, so let us take the presh and revise a bit. Preshayati, somebody sends. Saha preshayati, that fellow sends. Sa preshayati, that lady sends. Preshyate, so this is karmani form, right? So mahilaya pustakam preshyate. Mahilaya. और पुरुषेण, पुरुषेण पुस्तकं प्रेष्यते, एवं प्रयोगः। तो तदनन्तरं प्रेषयिष्यति इति भविष्यत्कालरूपं। रामः श्वः प्रेषयिष्यति, रामः श्वः सीतां प्रेषयिष्यति, so he will send Sita tomorrow, like that. Okay, प्रेषयितव्यं, should be sent. मया patram preshayitavyam, by me the letter has to be sent. Okay, see, automatically when tavyat comes, there is a karmani sense, right? Maya preshayitavyam, by me it should be sent. Okay, because the object is the dominant connection to the preshana karya. Pustakam preshayitavyam, pustakam is in pratama as a karma pada. Like preshaniyam is an alternative, aniyar. So maya pustakam preshaniyam. Bhavata pustakam preshitam va. Okay, oh, preshitam is a different form. That is this kta form. Anyway, bhavata pustakam preshaniyam. By you the book must be sent. Like that. So preshitaha, preshita, preshitam. Kta prayogas. Again, these are all, if they are in the kriya sense, for that portion they apply in a karmani form. Otherwise, they are sitting like adjectives to what they qualify. For example, grantaha preshitaha. Okay, Bhagavad Gita preshita, pustakam preshitam. These are the three lingas of the same karmani type of sentence for different types of granthas. One is a grantha, one is a Gita, another is a pustakam. So that's the implication of that. Or you can, like I said, preshitaha can become a qualifier. For example, preshitaha grantaha न आगतम, न आगतः, क्षम्यतां, ग्रन्थः किल, सो प्रेषितः ग्रन्थः न आगतः. The pustaka which was sent, the book that was sent has not come. Na agatah, like that. Again, agatah is again kta, but you can also put it in other modes. Preshitah pustakah, preshitah grantah pustakam. Preshitah grantah bahu ruchikaram asti. The book that you have sent is very tasty, in the sense to read. So that's how it goes. So preshitavan, preshitavati. So this is kartari again, bhuta krudanta kartari. So Ramaha Preshitavan. So what he sent is not directing the Preshana Kriya. Who sent is directing the Preshana Kriya. So Preshitavan for Rama, Preshitavati for Sita. Sita Preshitavati, Ramaha Preshitavan. Okay. Preshayan, Preshayanti, continuous mode. Like in the sense this action is happening and there is some other action being referred to going forward in the same sentence. Like, so Ramaha Pustakam Preshayan Gachati. So Rama goes as he is, as he is sending the book, he goes. Some weird construction I made. Obviously, better examples are needed, but you got the idea. So Preshayanti is for Sita. Okay. So Preshayanti. Okay. So whoever is the Karta, his or her linga will direct the linga of the Shatru pratyaya. And why it is Shatru pratyaya here? Because this is a Parasmaipadi dhatu. You see, Preshayati, T form here in the number 1 tells us. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Please tell me. Hello.
Hi, yes, sir.
Huh.
I good morning.
Namaste, sir. You have a question?
No question, sir.
Huh, sir. You are not able to hear me?
I am able to hear you.
Oh, okay, sir. Okay, thank you. Please.
Has lesson started? Because I have somehow.
We are already 7 minutes into the class, Mahodaya.
I think I made some. I couldn't connect properly. Now I have connected. Thank you very much.
Oh, I'm sorry. Okay, Mahodaya. Anybody else has trouble listening to me?
No, sir. No, sir. Sorry.
Oh, okay.
No.
Oh,
Yes,
okay,
I also had the same problem.
Huh.
So I reconnected. Now it's okay.
Okay, some I don't know. Hopefully it's there is nothing showing at my end. Everything looks good. So hopefully it's okay. All right. So Preshayan, Preshayanti. Then the Tvanta and Lyabanta. Okay, yeah, we were discussing why Preshayan, not Preshayamanaha or some form like that. That comes only for Atmanepadi, if you remember, right? So Atmanepadi dhatu drives the Shanach Pratyaya requirement and Parasmaipadi dhatu directs the Shatru Pratyaya requirement. And of course, the Linga is further based on the Karta. Okay. Preshayitva, having sent. Okay. Sampreshya. That is a lyabanta. This tvanta. So preshayitva is tvanta. When do you use tvanta? In the sense of having done something. So to give that completion sense of a primary verb, use the tvanta. You use tvanta when there is no upasarga. Okay, though pra in the pre seems to confuse you as if it is a pra upasarga. No, that is a native dhatus pra. So presh. Okay, so preshayitva is tvanta because presh dhatu is native here. There is no upasarga behind it. Whereas in sampresh, presh dhatu has been tacked with a some upasarga. That is kind of properly or some sense like that. Samyak presh, that is sampresh. You can think like that. The upasarga is not just to expand the upasarga in a laukika sense. It is samyak type of thing, but not always. Here it is like that sense. So sampreshya, having properly sent. Okay, same sense of tvanta, but lyabanta is used when there is a upasarga. So these are some of the let us say specialities of Sanskritam. We have to accept why so, but over time the Rudi has been to switch to this type of pratyaya. Same reason why we do Pullinga Strilinga variation, so that there is some identity variation, some reason like that.
Sir,
Is that
yes. Sampreshya is after sending, something like that.
No. Yeah. In the end, Preshayitva is also giving the sense of after sending. Let me use a sentence so that it's clear to you. Aham pratah kale patram preshayitva patanaya upavishami. I, in the morning, after sending the paper or some letter, I will sit for reading. Something like that. Aham prashna patrikam preshayitva chatram Ahvayami. I will send the question paper and then invite the student. Tva. So preshayitva is that way, but the sampreshya is also exactly the same way. But except the sampreshya is qualifying the presh dhatu with a sam in the sense of properly like that. Okay, there is no doubt. Like it's like a kind of vectoring we call it. Vectoring in the sense kind of pointing the dhatu in a closed space like that. Sampreshya
For
having.
pat dhatu, it is for pat dhatu, it is prapatya. Like that, for this one, it is sampreshya.
You can
Am I
make
correct?
you can say that sense, but really what you have to remember is pra is not also as if not available for preshya. You can use prapreshya.
Okay.
Nobody is stopping you from
Prapre-
using prapreshya and will be understood. It means directed preshana, something like that. Okay. Sampreshya is proper preshana. Prapreshya is directed preshana, like this kind of thing.
Okay.
Okay. Different types of color addition to the dhatu. Now, again, Bhagini,
Thank you.
whether in Loka, Rudhi, whether Prapreshya is seen because it's a little tongue twister, maybe people don't prefer to use the Upasarga. That may be correct, you may be right. But there is no, it is not as if some holds like an alternative to pra like that. It gives us some slightly different meaning, pretty close, because Presh Dhatu directs largely the meaning of the Dhatu. Okay, yeah. So Preshayitum is tumun in order to send. So this way we have revised the various forms as usual for one dhatu. Do that also for kru dhatu. It's very important. Kru dhatu is actually ubhayapadi. So here they have shown the parasmaipadi forms, karoti, etc. But you can write this whole table for atmanepadi also. It will be an interesting exercise. Okay. So kurute is the form in the lat. So then kuryate or something like that will be the form here. So even I have to work on that to learn that. Okay, it's not very obvious because it's so easy to use the parasmaipadi. We just use that form of the kru dhatu. Okay, but you will see kavis do use the atmanepadi in certain cases, and we have to remember how to at least grasp it, if not pronounce it, if not bring it out from our own brains. Okay, so Shru. Yes, sir.
Sir, I have one doubt. I'm sorry I missed the earlier portion of your lecture, but in this thing, Pucha, in my book it is written in item number 7, item number 8 rather, Pushtva is Apucha, and in brackets it is written having sent and having seen off. What is this in Pucha means asking, having asked or having asked that should be there in my book in page 107.
Sir, you are reading the dhatu above what we were reading. You are reading.
Yes, you are right, sir. I have missed it. I have missed your.
I haven't actually gone into every element of every dhatu in the class today. I just picked up presh as an example to go through. That's all.
Okay. Just it is my doubt. Is it a mistake or not?
If you go back to see prich dhatu above, what I'm pointing in my pointer, aprichya, having sent. Prichati is ask or to question. You see above there are two meanings for that.
One is to ask a question.
No. Okay. Look, I understand where you're coming from. Okay, ask a question. Question also is like asking. Okay, fine. Now you come here. Aprichya, you come to the cultural aspect of India, you will understand this. Okay. When you are sending someone off, okay, what do? You inquire them, right? Sab kuch ठीक ठाक है क्या? आप खा लिया क्या? आप ठीक ठाक सब कुछ पोशाक पहन लिया क्या? पुस्तक ले लिया क्या? Like that. So in India, the act of sending someone off or seeing someone off involves a series of questionings.
Okay.
So in that sense, there is an indirection of he inquired and sent him off. That sense is there in the
that context. Well, you see,
actually, it's very cultural, very cultural.
Yeah. Okay, thank you, sir. Thank you, sir.
But in the literal language sense, aprichya simply means having having in a encompassing way asked. Encompassing way is the till the end, like that. Okay. Adesha, adesham cholera asti. a whole India there is cholera, like that.
Okay. Oh, thank you, sir. Thank you.
Okay, all right, guys. So we will move forward. You guys need to practice, of course, by reading each of these
You
dhatus.
go forward, sir. Sorry for the interruption. Go forward.
Okay, sir.
Sir, just one clarification. So when you add a suffix to the verb, the meaning need not necessarily prefix. Sorry, the meaning need not necessarily be the same. Like
Correct.
if you see on page 53, it is Nanda Dhatu is to rejoice, but Abhinanda would make it congratulate. So the meaning will be similar, but it need not be the same meaning. In the same way, for Prucha Dhatu, it becomes having sent or seen off, right?
But Vivan, if you carefully see those two meanings, okay, you will see that there is a sense of joy in that Abhinandana Karya also. Abhinandana
Right.
means conveying the joy to the other person in a sense, right? So about his acts. So there is a sense of Nandana is not missing in that Abhinandana. Okay, do you agree?
Right.
So there is a vectoring. What we call as vectoring means redirecting the dhatu's meaning in a slightly slanted way, okay, or enhancing it, increasing its power, sometimes diminishing its power. These kind of things happen, but the Rudi, the Loka Rudi makes it completely different meaning. For example, that's why Murthy Garu got confused. What is this? Aprucha suddenly sent off. Here it says question. So I was pointing out culturally you have to take it. That's all. Yeah.
Thank you.
Welcome.
Sir, it can be completely opposite meaning also, right?
Your voice was cutting off. Opposite meaning. Yeah. You sometimes can negate the verb also. But remember, negation is also a vector of the same thing, right? You're not negating something else, right?
Yeah.
So the when you are negating something, that something is involved in the act. Okay. Abhave bhavaha we say in Nyaya. Okay. In Nyaya, this is taught very well. When we talk of abhava, we can't talk of absolute abhava. We have to talk of abhava of something, which means that something is hiding in the abhava. When we say there is no part, part is participating in that abhava, which is very weird. But you will, if you think a little deep, you will appreciate and clap that thought. Okay. Yeah. Okay. All right. Well, let's move forward. Okay. Kavya Katha. Easy portion for us now. Okay, some relaxation time, but let's do it quickly because we have too much of syllabus to catch. So, we have a nice student, Parichaya Manjunath. Parichaya Manjunath, you are available. Can you unmute yourself and help us to read through some paragraphs? Parichaya. Why the silence? Okay, all right. Sarita Varye, are you available? Sarita Varye, you have a phone, I guess. I don't know whether you will have ability to read.
Yes, I can.
Great. So please lead off the Katha reading for a couple of for some time, madam.
Okay. Kavya Katha.
Murthy Varya, can you turn off your video? Bandwidth is going. I'll also see if I need to turn off my video because Sarita's phone is cutting off. If you can figure out. Thanks, Murthy Varya. Sarita Varya, try again, starting off.
Yeah, once.
No, Maria. Some bandwidth issue. I apologize. Your voice is cutting off severely. So, Krishnan Ishwaran, you are available? Krishnan Ishwaran?
Yes, sir, available.
Kindly lead off, sir. Thank you.
Okay. Kavyakatha Ajam Maharajaha. Kautsasya Ashirvadena Rahoho Putraha Utpannaha.
By the Ashirvada or the goodwill, you can say that way in English, of Kautsa, Ragho's son was born. Okay, continue, sir.
Saha Eva Ajaha.
That fellow himself is Aja. Now, what is happening in the context? If you remember, we started with Dilipa, how he didn't have offsprings. He went and then Nandini Seva he did and all that. Then he got Raghu, and then we saw the exploits of Raghu. Now we are slowly slipping down to the next king, Aja. Okay, Aja literally means unborn, but I guess it's in a sense of in a different sense than a simple sense of unborn. Okay, all right. Anyway, Saha Eva Ajaha. So his name indeed was Aja. So Raghu's son is Aja. You have to remember for exam purpose this linkage. Okay, continue, sir.
Ajaha Rupena Gunena Cha Raghu Sadrishaha.
By looks, Rupena by looks, and Gunena by not merely looks, also by Guna or his behavior. He was like Raghu. The second one is more critical. Anyway, continue, sir.
Ajaha Pravruddha.
He grew up. See, he grew up. See how simple, small sentence. Ajaha Pravruddha. Finished off. Okay. So he grew. Okay. In a very curt way, they have kept it very simple. Continue, sir.
Sarvaha Vidyaha Aditavan.
All the Shastras and Vidyas, whatever he used to learn as a Kshatriya, which we saw before also other kings did, he also became a fellow who learned all that. So Aditavan, he procured all that knowledge and became such a fellow. Is a Tavatu Kridanta. Continue, sir.
Tarunaha Vidya Vinaya Sampanna Abhavat.
Young. So now suddenly Aja is being referred to as Tarunaha. Okay, just as a another way of calling him. Instead of calling him Saha or Ajaha, now they have put Tarunaha. Tarunaha Vidya Vinaya Sampannaha Abhavat. As a young fellow. So as he grew up to be a young prince, he became Sampanna means embodied. Sampanna with what? Vidya and Vinaya. Sometimes you can say Vidya Vinayam Dadasi Vidyaya Vinayasya Praptihi Tayoho Sampanna. So filled with those two things. Abhavat he became. Continue, sir.
Vidarbha Deshasya Nrupaha Bojaha.
Very easy. So now the context has slightly shifted in a new paragraph. So some story is emerging, obviously. We shifted context to the king of Vidarbha region. Okay, and that is Bhoja Raja. Okay, Bhoja. Nrupa is an alias for Raja. Okay, continue, sir.
Bhojasya Anuja Indumati.
His sister is Indumati. So Bhojasya Anuja Indumati Asit. Asit and all, they have just pushed out of most of the sentences. Everything more or less is ending in Kridanta, except some places. See, Abhavat was in past long. So few places, but other places everything is Kridanta ending, dominantly Kridantas. So here also, just Kridanta. So here you see there is not even a kind of Kridanta here. Okay, there is Adhyaharana required. Bhojasya Anuja Indumati Asit has to be inferred by us. There is no Kridanta. Continue, sir.
Tasyaha Swayamvara Karyakramaha Nishchitaha.
Of her, Tasyaha. So Shashti. Tasyaha Swayamvara Karyakramaha. So Swayamvara is when she chooses her own vara. Swayamvarati. Swayamvara. Okay, Swayamvara Karyakrama. So the program for such a choice of a groom for herself. Nishchitaha. So that was determined, obviously, hopefully by Bhoja Raja. Continue, sir.
Bhojaha Raghu Maharajaya Amantranam Preshitavan.
So with high hopes, Bhoja Raja sent the invitation to Raghu Maharaja. Okay. See, still Aja was Taruna. Of course, it doesn't mean when he sent the invitation to Raghu, he invited Raghu to come and offer himself. Obviously, he sent it saying, look, your son may be deserving to compete. So, Bhojaha Raghu Maharajaya Amantranam Preshitavan. Though it says Raghu Maharajaya, in the bracket Ajaya. Okay. Amantranam is invitation. Preshitavan, he became a fellow who sent. Yeah.
Tataha Ajaha Swayamvarartha Vidarbha Desham Gatavan.
Swayamvarartham Karmapada. Okay. So Tataha, after that, from thereupon, after that time. So I mean, after that Amantrana has been received, Ajaha, the king, Prince Aja, Swayamvarartham, for the sake of the program, Vidarbha Desham Gatavan. To the Vidarbha Desha, he became a fellow who went, or he went, in simple English. Continue, sir.
स्वयंवरार्थं मगधेश्वरः अंगराजः अवंतिनाथः वीर्यार्जुनः अन्ये च नृपाः आगताः
Agataha, plural. So for that same Swayamvara, the invitation obviously was not exclusive. So Magadeshwara, so Magadha Deshasya Ishwaraha, Magadeshwaraha, the king of Magadha, Angarajaha, Angadeshasya Rajaha, Angarajaha. Anga is the same Vanga which is Bengal today. Okay. Avanti Nathaha, Avanti Deshasya Nathaha. See how many aliases? Ishwaraha, Rajaha, Nathaha. Like this, they are also playing to teach us a few more variants of how to use these things. Okay. Kartaviryarjunaha, so another fellow who was some kind of local king. I don't know which region myself. Anyecha Nrupaha Agataha, and many other kings, they came. Okay.
किन्तु इंदुमती सवर्ण गुण संपन्नम अज महाराजम एव वृत्तवती
and sarva guna, not savarna guna, sarva guna sampannam. Okay. So but the girl Indumati, she chose, Vrutavati means she chose as the vara. Okay. Ajamaharajam eva, the king Ajamaharaja only. Of course, he was probably a kind of budding prince, but okay. Eventually, he was a Maharaja. Sarva guna sampannam Ajamaharajam. So it is, both are in karma position because this is a qualifier to Aja. Being a qualifier, it also moves to karma position. So the one endowed with all the good qualities, that type of Aja Maharaja as a target, she be wedded, something like that. Continue, sir.
विवाह संपूर्णः.
So the continue, sir. Yeah.
अजः स्वनगरं प्रति प्रस्थितवान्.
So he started off for his own home.
May I interrupt a minute here, sir?
Sure, of course.
Acharya Mahodaya.
Please.
This here, I have heard from my elders, there is one Upamalankara by Kalidasa. It says, Deepasekhaiva. This, when Indumati is passing through all these princes, one after another, the fellow who was left, he was in darkness because she was like a Deepasekha.
Correct. Beautiful description.
And this Deepasekhaiva is being quoted by our elders as one of the topmost Upama-alankaras of Kalidasa.
Okay, very nice, very interesting.
So I have tried to share it with you. Thank you.
Very good. Thanks for that. We will look out for that prakriya in Raghuvamsha. One day I hope to be able to get to those texts. So I will remember you, sir, and try to read about that.
Deshikanvarya.
Mahodaya?
No, I was just thanking Deshikanvarya for bringing this into this.
Oh, you called him Deshikanvarya? Is he not Murtivarya?
No, I thought the person who shared this is Deshikanvarya.
Murtivarya.
Okay, sorry, Murti.
No problem.
Thank you. Dhanyawad.
Can I continue?
Please, sorry.
मध्ये अन्ये नृपाः अनेन सह युद्धं कृतवन्तः.
So because he started off with Indumati, the Deepashikhi, so other kings with this fellow, Anena Saha, with Aja. Anena means Etena. Etena is Anena here forms. Okay. Etena Saha or Ajena Saha, Anena Saha, Yuddham Kritavantaha. A war they did.
Yuddhe Nirpaha Parajitaha.
In the war, obviously, the kings were defeated. Okay.
Ajaha Vijitavan.
This is almost even further obvious statement. I mean, in case there is any confusion in us as to which kings lost, Ajaha Vijitavan has been told by Sanskrit Bharati. Okay.
Saha Ayodhyam Pratyagatavan.
So he returned to Ayodhya, his own town. Prati Agatavan, Pratyagatavan. Sandhi, end Sandhi. Prati Agatavan, Pratyagatavan. Continue, sir.
Raghuhu Ajam abhinanditvan.
So he congratulated him. This Abhinandana, just recently one of the Bhaginis talked about this for us. So that has come here. Congratulations. So he conveyed his happiness to Raja is how we can also read that. Continue, sir.
Tataha Raguhu ajam simhasena pratisthapitavan.
Simhasane
Simhasane
Saptami
pratisthapitavan.
Ekavachan. Simhasena is actually Karanakaraka with the Simhasana. That is not the case. So Simhasane in the Simhasana Saptami. Okay. Tataha Raguhu Ajam Simhasane Pratisthapitavan. What is Pratisthapana? Sthadatu. Sthadatu is hiding there. From where the Sthadatu only Tishtati, all those things comes out. Okay. So Pratisthapitavan. So he established him is the sense, but it's coming from the dhatu which is simply to stand. Stha. Okay, or stay. Okay. Thank you, Varya. Very well read.
Thank you.
Thanks for reading it for us. Jyotirmani Varya. Excellent. Can you read for us going forward? Yeah.
Sir. Aja Prajaputran Iva Arakshat.
One sentence by sentence, Bhagini. I'm sorry to slow you down. Ajaha, the king Aja, Prajaha. So
Putran Iva Arakshat. Tata Raghu.
Hold on. Jyotirmani Bhagini, you are going forward without waiting for me to give the meaning. Okay. Everybody may not get it, so I'm helping with one English sentence quickly. So also giving some grammar points here and there when things occur to me. Okay. So Prajaha sounds like Bahuvachana of Prathama Vibhakti, but actually it's Dvitiya. Okay. So Aja in Prathama as a single karta, Prajaha as karma pada, but in Bahuvachana, Dvitiya Vibhakti. Prajaha. Putran Iva, like sons. So Putran is very clearly in Dvitiya. Putran Iva, like sons. Arakshat, he protected. Continue, madam.
Tata Raghu Vanaprasthashramam Svikrutavan.
After that, Raghu received the Vanaprasthashrama. Now time for him to move on, give the keys and move on. So he went over. Continue, madam.
Yoga Margena Bhagavantam Drashtum Sankalpitavan.
So he decided in that Vanaprasthashrama to take up yoga, and through that path of yoga to seek God. Continue, madam.
Kalaha Atitaha.
So time passed.
Raghu Moksham Praptavan.
Raghu obtained moksha. I mean, his mukti happened. That means he moved on from life. Okay.
Ajasya Indumatyaha cha putraha jataha.
Oh, so now Aja's lineage continues, or let us say Raghuvamsha lineage continues. So Indumati bare a son. So both of Aja and of Indumati. See, Ajasya Indumatyaha cha. So Ajka or Indumati ki or ka, I don't know how to say in Hindi the linga. पुत्र born हो गया ऐसा. च पुत्रः जातः. Continue.
Sa Dasharatha.
That fellow is indeed Dasharatha. Okay. You want to continue some more, madam?
Sir.
Please continue.
Ajaha kadachit Indumatya saha Ujjanam gatavan.
So, in one of the evenings, he decided to do a vihara with his sweet wife. So, kadachit, sometime. Okay. Kada, when, kadachit, sometime. So, Ajaha, kadachit, sometime. Indumatya saha, with Indumati. Okay. So, this is in Tritiya. Indumatya saha is called Upapada Tritiya. Upapada Tritiya saha Indumatya. Udyanam gatavan. He went to the Udyana. See, Indumati also goes, but the Gatavan is directed by Ajaha alone, because this becomes a Upa to him. So Ajaha Gatavan. Though Indumati is also going, but she is just an instrumental association with Aja. So the Kriyapada, or let's say Kriya Sthane yat Kridantaha atra drishyate tattu Ajaha Gatavan ityeva bhavati. Continue, madam.
Kada
what is the meaning of kadachit, sir?
Kadachit means sometime. See, kada means, kada is a question word for when. Kadachit or kadachana is a way of saying sometime, like that. Okay. For example, kim, which, what, then kim chit. Okay, something. Kaha, kaschit. We had a whole lesson on this in the earlier one of the lessons. If you review, all these chitchana forms are taught in this book. Okay. Yeah. Continue, madam.
Thanks.
तदा एकः पुष्पहारः इन्दुमत्याः उपरि पतितः.
At that time, a flower garland, pushpahara is a flower garland. Of course, garland can be of other things. That's why we are specifically saying pushpahara. Indumatyaha upari patitaha. On top of Indumati, it fell. Okay.
तदा इन्दुमती मृतः.
Oh, mruta. But sadly, at that time, Indumati expired. She died. Now, obviously, it was some curse or something. It's not like flower garland can kill someone, but obviously, you know, she had this this kind of destiny, so she reached that. Okay, continue, madam.
तस्याः पुरा एकः शापः आसीत्.
Asit. So now they're explaining why. Tasyaha, of her, pura, in the old time, ekah shapaha, one curse, asit, was there. Continue.
सा शापेन ग्रस्ता अप्सरः आसीत्.
Apsaraha.
अप्सरा आसीत्.
You see this word apsara, it's not an easy word. See, the strilinga ekavachana form of that is apsaraha. Okay, see, sa apsaraha, sa apsaraha. See the pairing. Sa is clearly ekavachana strilinga, pratama vibhakti. So apsaraha must be ekavachana strilinga, pratama vibhakti. So this shabda is not ordinary one. Just like Lakshmi or something like that is there. Similarly, apsaraha, like that. Okay. So sa shapena grasta. She by shapena, by the curse. Okay. Grasta, grabbed or encompassed. Apsaraha asit. An apsara lady she was. So this is in Pratama Vibhakti. Remember that. Okay. Continue.
Sir, doubt, small doubt, sir. What is grasta? In what form it is?
Grastaha, it is a kta kridanta. Okay. Grasati, grabs. Okay. Grastaha, a fellow who has been grabbed. Grasta, a lady who has been grabbed.
Okay, got it. Thank you, sir.
इदानीं शापात् मुक्ता.
Now because of that, you know, her shapa that was there, the shapa would have been that when you are the most happy, most prosperous, and your husband is in a vihara with you, you shall die. So that pushpahara prahara became poor lady's curse closure. Okay. Shapat mukta. So her mukti from jivana is also mukti from the shapa. Luckily, because shapa is no more. Now wherever she is, she can live unhappily. Continue, madam.
Ata eva sa mruta.
Ata eva sa mruta. Therefore, she became a lady who died. Continue, madam.
Indumacchaha virahena
one second.
aja dukkha tapta jataha.
Thank you. 1 minute. There was a question from someone. Then I'll address the meaning. What is the question?
Yes. Sa shapena grastva apsaraha asit. Shapena is tritiya, right?
Tritiya.
Okay.
Yeah, Karana Tritiya.
Okay.
What was the instrument that grabbed her? Shapa was the instrument that grabbed her, like that.
Okay. Thanks.
Yeah. Okay, and she read this sentence. Sa shapena grasta. No, we were almost here. Indumatyaha virahena ajaha dukkha taptaha jataha. So Indumatyaha Virahena, that means by Indumatis. So Indumatyaha, okay, by Indumatis, okay. Virahena, by her departure. Viraha is like the departure of a beloved, right? Viraha. So Virahena, by that Viraha, Ajaha, the king Aja, Dukkha Taptaha. Tapta is like soaked, like wetted. Okay. Dukkha Tapta is one soaked in sorrow. So he became like drowned. We say English also we use the same phrase, right? Drowned in sorrow. See, that phrase is there pretty much in Sanskritam. Dukkha Taptaha, soaked in sorrow. Jataha, he became a fellow who became soaked in sorrow. Continue, madam.
Acharyah Vasishtah Samadhana Vachanani Uktavan.
So the evergreen Vasishtha who seems to outlive all these kings combined. I am amazed by this guy. Okay, so our evergreen Acharya, Samadhana Vachanani Uktavan. So he consoled him, look, don't worry, she didn't have a long life like me. Don't worry. All right, continue.
Tathapi Dukkha Na Shantam.
Even then, the Viraha Dukkha of our poor Aja, he didn't become quiet. Shantam na gatam. That means he didn't become quiet like that.
Ajaha Dukkha Piditaha Eva Rajyam Rakshitavan.
The king Aja, being a fellow with Dukkha, who bothered, Pida is bother. Okay, so Dukkha Pidita is one who is bothered by Dukkha. Dukkha Pidita is masculine. Ajaha Dukkha Pidita, so that the king Aja, a fellow who was bothered by Dukkha or sorrow. So in that status only, Eva gives that sense, status only. Rajyam Rakshitavan. So he protected the kingdoms. That means reluctantly he continued. Continue, madam.
Ante Viraha Dukkenaiva Gangaya Gangayaha Sangame Dehachagam Krutavan.
Ante, in the end, Viraha Dukkenaiva. So Viraha Dukkena Eva. So there is actually a Vriddhi Sandhi. Viraha Dukkena Akaranta Eva A Adi. So A plus A I. So Viraha Dukkenaiva Gangayaha Sangame. Due to that sorrow of departure of his beloved, from that alone, from that indeed or that itself, Gangayaha Sangame, in the confluence of Ganga, obviously with Yamuna or something like that, Dehatyagam Kritavan. He decided to become Leena in Ganga. That means he decided to move on. So Icha Marana. I mean, in a sense, not in a sense of calling Yama, but he entered Yamaloka. Okay, continue, madam.
Tataha Dasaradaha Raja Abhavat.
So his son indeed was Dasharatha. Was that name came up? Saha Dasharatha. I have myself forgotten. So we have to now slowly we are coming to Rama. You see, so Aja to Dasharatha, Dasharatha to Rama. Okay, but the story continues beyond Rama also. So we started with Dilipa, went to Raghu, then went to Aja, then we are here with Dasharatha right now. Okay, and Aja's end is almost there in the last sentence. So at Dasharatha was anointed the king. Tataha Dasharatha Raja Abhavat. Again, our good Vasishtha would have helped in this act. Evergreen. Can he come again? Our Vasishtha. Okay.
Mahodaya, in Treta Yuga, people used to live for 10,000 years, right?
Right, madam. Right.
That may be the reason.
I mean, I just wish good people like him are there now also.
And also, there is a thing that multiple people have same names, like Vyasa, multiple Vyasas. That kind of a thing. So, like Vasishtha 1, Vasishtha 2.
So actually, Vasishtha sometimes may be a title. Vasishtha may be a title. So it may be the guru, what you call the in the Paddhati of Raghu Maharajas are basically these Raghu Vamsha. The whoever was the Pracharya or Acharya may be always simply Vasishtha as a title. Okay, we should take that sense also. You're right, but it is nice and colorful for me. I like the color of Purana. What is life with the dry, accurate, logical stuff? I like these colorful Puranas and all that. Okay. Let's Bhagini, Jyoti Bhagini, very well read. Thank you very much. Thanks for leading it for us. You did a
Sir, in this Kavya Katha, there are about 13 words ending with one. So what is the any particular significance is there?
No, I mean, no, see, remember, this is not the production of Kalidasa. What we are reading is a very, very just for students like us to learn, no? A synopsis produced by some good people in Sanskrit Bharati. This is not, don't look at anything that you are reading as original writings of Kalidasa.
Right, sir.
That's why Murthy Varya was very much aware of what is happening. That's why he colorfully intervened for us to tell, hey, there is a beautiful thing there that has been slipped over. Please see, this Indumati's Swayamvara was very colorful in Kalidasa's creation. So he encouraged us, you know, when you have time, go there.
So one more thing I want to ask you. Since your surname is also Valmiki, are you a family descendants of sage Valmiki by chance?
We say like that, sir. We believe like that. Yes.
Oh, very good, sir. Thank you.
It may be a title, just like there were Vasishtas, there are Valmikis who are there forever.
Acharya Mahodaya, one slight interruption here. This you said this Vasishta may not be the same person. It may be some other person who is advising the king.
Correct.
Or you the Purohita of the king.
Correct.
In our marriages, at least in our Andhra Desha, the Purohits are called Vasishtas, at least in marriages.
Very good, sir. Very good.
The Vasishta
so it may have been the title. Yeah.
It may have been title, might have been. We don't know.
Yes,
now that this context has come, I am reminded of that. The Purohita is always called Vasishta.
Right, sir.
Thanks.
Right.
Valmiki may be the Gotram, like Bharatvajam and all, no?
I am of Kaushika Gotra, madam.
Okay.
So that rules that out. There is a story, I don't want to get into myself. There is a story how we are Valmikis, but another time. All right. Okay, so let's try a few quick questions. Vidarbha Deshasya Nrupaha Kaha? Anybody remembers?
Vidarbha Deshasya Nrupaha Bhoja.
Bhojaraja. He was the Indumati's brother. So usually when they ask questions like this, they won't ask for side characters. They ask for reasonably major characters. Okay. So that's basically the idea here is, as we are studying Sanskritam, not only we learn language, whatever may be our what you call age of advance in terms of lifeline, etc., and ability, we are being triggered to remember a few simple facts also, so that our memory power keeps improving. Believe me, if we try, our brain is better than us. Okay, brain is always better than us. So we will remember. So Vidarbha Deshasya Nrupaha Bhojarajaha athava Bhojaha. Indumatyaha Swayamvarartham ke agataha.
Swayamvarartham Mahadeshwaraga Angarajaga.
Angarajaha, correct. And who was that before? Magadeshwaraha, very good. Magadeshwaraha, Angarajaha, Avanti something also.
Avantinathah.
Avantinathah. Like this, a few answers is okay. Kartavirya. Correct. I think guys here are better than me. Very good. So Magadeshwaraha, Avantinathah, Kartaviryarjunaha, Ityadaya, I have written wrong. Ityadayaha Agataha. Well done. Okay, so like this, Raghuhu Kim Kartum Sankalpitavan. Here
Bhagavanantam Drishtam.
Bhagavantam Drashtum Atava Yoga Margena
Bhagavantam Drashtum
Sankalpitavan. Now here, when they give a question like this, No, yes, right. He wanted to go into Vanaprasthashramam. That also you can say. See, look, when a question like this won't be thrown in the final exam, because Raghu's lifeline included many sankalpas. For example, after he helped his father conduct the Ashwamedha Yaga and all that, he also did the sankalpa of doing something. No, he went around Vijay Yatra or something like that. We saw Vijay.
Vishwajit Yagna.
Vishwajit Yagna. So many answers can be given. So what you guys remember is that if you remember 4 or 5 bullets about what Raghu was about, you can pull the answer from any of those or even combination of those. So Raghuhu Vishwajit Yagam Kritavan Tadanantaram Yada Ajaha Maharajaha Abhut Tada Raghuhu Vanaprasthashramam Kartum Tataha Yoga Margena Bhagavantam Praptum Sankalpitavan. Like this, you can go colorfully and put his whole Sankalpa also. But one answer is fine, okay, for marks purpose. Okay, don't worry. So don't get flustered when you see a little bit open question like that. But here, in the context of the current lesson, the answer is very clear. Vanaprasthashrame Yoga Margena Bhagavantam Drashtum Sankalpitavan, which all of you answered. Indumati Katam Mrita.
इन्दुमत्याः उपरि पुष्पहारः
Ramakrishna Varya has said accurate. Indumatyaha upari. The way he is answering is very good. I like it. You don't have to twist yourself into one long answer. So you can break it down like he's doing. Indumatyaha upari pushpaharaha patitaha ataha samrita. Second sentence is fine. Okay. You don't have to bring the entire thing behind katham. Indumati blah 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 mrita. Not needed. Also go in breaks like he is doing. Okay. Well done, Mahodaya. So Indumati, now I did the twisting a little bit, so it's a little longish. Indumati Udyane Atana Samaye Pushpahara Patanena Brata, like that. I twisted myself. But the way Varya went was better. Okay. We don't have to complicate our lives. Last one. Ajaha Kena Kutra Dehatyagam Kritavan.
इन्दुमत्याः विहरेण अजः दुःखतप्तः जातः अतः गङ्गायाः सङ्गमे देहत्यागं कृतवान्.
Very good. So what Mahodaya has done, Santosh Mahodaya broke it into 2 answers. First for Kena and then for Kutra. Very good approach. So Kena Dehatyagam Kritavan Virahena Patnyaha Virahena. Viraha matlab departure sorrow. That is Indumatyaha also you can say. You don't have to use Patni and all that complex words. So Indumatyaha Viraha Dukkhena Sahat, like he said, virahena dukkitaha abhavat, ataha saha gangayaha sangame dehatyagam kritavan. Like this you can break down, but you can also put viraha dukkena ganga sangame dehatyagam kritavan is the shortest answer if you want to. Just focus on kena one answer, kutra one answer. So viraha dukkena, you can add Indumati behind that, not needed. Viraha dukkena Ganga Sangame अथवा Gangayaha Sangame, okay, Dehatyagam Kritavan, like that. Okay, Ganga Sangame is a Samastapada, Gangayaha Sangame is a broken up double word answer to Kutra. So Ajaha Viraha dukkena Ganga Sangame Dehatyagam Kritavan, like that. So their answers are exactly about the same. They broke it up as Gangayaha Sangame. So nice. So there is no one answer, remember. Sanskrit Bharati is not the type, this keyword is not there, that keyword is not there. No, they look for your approach and appreciate that. Okay. So let us take a break, 11:53. So 11:57, 4-minute water break. Then we will gather back, guys. Okay, and continue with this Anvaya Krama. Please take a water break. Okay, we'll come back to the class. So, Sarita Varya, your hand is up. Is there a question at this juncture?
No, Mahadaya. That was at the time of that story reading.
Oh, okay, okay. Now, see, now your voice is okay. I don't know. Sometimes suddenly.
Yeah. Actually, yeah, it was from my side only. There was some problem.
No problem. You're okay now. All right.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'll just take your hand down. Yeah, I managed to lower it. All right. So let's start again. Anvaya Kramaha. So we are learning a little bit more about how to do this interpret verses and make the correct meanings and all that. The techniques continue. So now in this one, we are of course continuing the Ramayana, Sankshepa Ramayana, continuing the story, right? So we had come up to the point where, you know, Guha and all that, and then they settled in Chitrakuta and all that. So let us see what's happening from there. Chitrakutam gate rame putra shokaturastatha Raja Dasharatha Swargam Jagama Vilapan Sutam. So the sad event ensues. Now we are switched back to Ayodhya, and what is happening in Ayodhya is being described by Valmiki. Chitrakutam Gate Rame. So this prayoga Gate Rame, this is very important prayoga. This is called Sati Saptami prayoga. Okay, it's an important technique in Sanskritam. We have to, in grammar, learn that. So Chitrakutam, to the Chitrakuta, to that Kutira in Chitrakuta area, Gate Rame. So in the going in the Rama is the literal translation, right? In the going in the Rama. So Gataha Ramaha, Gate Rame. Gataha Ramaha is the fellow who went, that is Rama. Gate Rame, upon the going of, upon the Rama. Upon is twice because of Samskrita, but look at it as upon the departure of Rama. So the same way as in English we say upon the departure of Rama, as if upon, as if it is some kind of adhara, as if it is some kind of location, we say upon, right? So the book is placed upon the table or some sense like that. So here, upon the departure of Rama, the Sati Saptami Prayoga of Samskrita demonstrates the grammar aspect, how to use Saptami there. So basically what it's saying is, because of the event of Rama's departure, so using based on that, okay, that's why he is in Saptami. Gate Rame is in Saptami. Based on that event, Putra Shokaturaha Tatha. Putra Shokaturaha is the fellow who is filled with the shoka of son. What is the shoka of son? The shoka of departure of the son. Okay. So Putra Shoka here is departure of the son. So the departure part has to be understood by us. Okay. So that kind of who Dasharatha. So Putra Shokaturaha goes with Dasharatha. Putra Shokaturaha Dasharatha, and Tatha separates out. So there is a Visarga Sattva. Putra Shokaturaha, that ha Visarga has become Sakara. Turas Tata.
Suprabhata Mahodaya.
Suprabhata Mahodaya. Prashna अस्ति वा? अस्तु. So Tatha. Okay. So in that sense, that kind of thing is given. Raja Dasharatha. Raja is also a qualifier to Dasharatha. So the Putra Shokaturaha, Raja Dasharatha, they are all in Prathama. So they are all tacked down to Dasharatha. Swargam Jagama, to the Swarga. That means he departed from this loka for sure. So Jagama, he proceeded, went. It's a one of those rarer lakaras. Okay. Vilapan Sutam. So this has been added. So we have to stack it behind the Jagama. So Sutam Vilapan. Be crying. Vilapa is the be mourning. That sense. Okay. Vilapan, the fellow who was be mourning. Again to Dasharatha. Vilapan Dasharatha. So be mourning. Okay. So this is in Shatru. Okay. Vilapan Dasharatha Vilapan, as he kept crying like that. Sutam, what he Vilapan? Sutam Vilapan. So son, he crying. Okay, Swargam Jagama. So we have to stack it little differently now. So Dasharatha comes to the lead, right? So he will be the Karta. But you can put that Sati Saptami before the Karta or the somewhere else also you can stack it up. Okay, so but here let us see how they have done it. Rame Chitrakutam Gate. So the Saptami has been stacked off in the beginning. So upon the departure of Rama to Chitrakuta, Rame Chitrakutam Gate. That upon is in the Saptami. Putra Shokaturaha Raja Dasharatha. Now they stacked the Kartas. And of course, first they stacked the Visheshanas, then the Dasharatha there. Okay. Sutam Vilapan. I mean, this the Shatru Pratyaya. Okay. They put that. Okay. Bemoaning the son, first activity. Bemoaning his son, that is basically loss of his son. Swargam Jagama. To the heavens he proceeded. He went like that. Okay. So nicely done, the Anvaya. Rame Chitrakutam Gate. Putra Shokaturha Raja Dasharatha Sutam Vilapan Swargam Jagama. This is English Anvaya. It reads fine in Sanskritam. Sanskritam is flexible enough that it reads fine because they collected the units together. They didn't let things walk away. So it reads fine. So,
sir, one question. Gate runs in Gam Dhatu, right?
Huh?
Gate runs in.
Gate is a gum from the gam dhatu, correct. Gamana, the going kriya. Yes, it is. This is the kta. See, kta pratyaya of gamana is gataha, pullinga form. Ramaha gataha, Dasharatha gataha. Rame gate. It tracks Rama in gate in Saptami also. Okay. Yeah. Visheshana Visheshya, Rame gate, Saptami. And why it is in Saptami? It's called Sati Saptami. Reason type of Saptami. Adhara Sati Saptami. Okay. So the stay in Chitrakuta was
Maulya,
not...
what is this? Sorry, one question. What is this Vilapan Dhatu?
That is Shatru Pratyaya. Vilapan. I think the dhatu must be lapati or some lapate, something like that. Lap seems to be the dhatu part. And Vilapan seems to be V with upasarga added and it is in Shatru form. Okay. So this is Shoka Kriya. To do Lapa is to mean to do have like cry over something. Okay. So Vilapa is an extended most popular form of the how the lap is used. Vilap. Okay. So Vilapati may be the Latlakara form. He mourns. Vilapati, he mourns. Vilapan, as he is mourning, Shatru Pratyaya. Okay, continuous tense. First act.
Acharya Mahodaya, sorry for the interruption. This word Jagama, is it a noun or adjective?
No, it's a Kriyapada. It is a lit lakara or something like that. It is a lit lakara Kriyapada. Very rare lakara which Valmiki only uses exclusively a lot in Ramayana.
Okay. Thanks.
Sir, what is the meaning of Tatha?
Tatha is so, something like that. I mean, Choka, Turas, Tata, in the sense, hence or so having become Putra Shoka, Tura, like that. So if you see, Samskrita Bharati dropped it. You see, you don't see Tatha anywhere. So we have seen this, like, you don't need to pull in those rejoinders everywhere. It can be taken Tatha as a joinder to the previous one. Okay. Because previously Rama left, right? So Tatha, I mean, Tataha, Tatha, these things are there. They, Atha also we see sometimes and we drop them. Okay. Yeah. But it literally means like that. If you want to translate it literally, it is like that. So what is like that? I mean, the context, that's all. Okay. Appadi, like, what is your mother tongue, sir?
Telugu, sir.
Telugu, I don't know. Sorry, how to say. But in Tamil and all, we throw in such words. In Kannada also, we throw in such words which are little meaningless. Like that, no? Something like that.
Yatha Raja, Tatha Praja.
Alaga karke we can say in Telugu.
Huh?
Yeah, maybe
like
in the
we
same
say
way.
Appadi in Tamil, we can say Alaga.
Alaga, alaga,
Alaga.
like that. We keep saying as if we think what next to say, like that almost. Yeah. So Ramah vanavasaya kutra gatavan chitrakutam gatavan. Tattu jnanimah. Very easy question. Okay. So Ramah vanavasaya chitrakutam gatavan. Ramasya vanagamanaanantaram dasharatah kutra jagama kimartam. Ramasya vanagamanaanantaram. See, joined as a vanagamana anantaram. Vanagamanaanantaram dasharatah kutra jagama. Where did Dasharatha go? Swargam jagama. Answer is staring for us. Okay. Poor fellow didn't have any ratha to go anywhere. He had finished all his work. So he proceeded to the one destination that was left for him. Swarga. All right. Kimartam, because of putra shokaturaha bhutva. Putra shokena, also you can say. Putra shokena swargam jagama. Putra shoka vilapena. Something like that you can colorfully add. So I think I just threw some questions, but yeah, the whole verse is the answer, the way I have expanded. You don't have to go like that. Keep it simple. All right. So let us see the second verse. Okay. Which is a continuation of the same context. Gate tu tasmin bharato vasishta pramukair dvijaihi niyujyamano rajyaya naichadrajyam mahabalaha. Because now Dasharatha departed, now again our Vasishta, evergreen Vasishta, he needs to get involved. He seems to come into the picture during these transitions. He is a transition expert. Okay. So Gate tu tasmin bharato. So Gate tu tasmin. So tasmin is Saptami. See, saha taute tam tautantena tabhyam, like that it goes tasmin, Saptami ekavachana. So here tasmin refers to saha. Who is saha? Ramaha. So tasmin is Rame actually. So tasmin is a sarvanama for Rama there. So gate tu Rame you can read, or gate tu tasmin. Okay, he has again not repeated the name of Rama. Tasmin. So gate tu tasmin Rame. Bharataha, see, don't confuse this Bharato with some other vibhakti. It is just a visarga utva. Bharataha, he is the prathama visarga. So Bharataha. Vasishta pramukaihi dvijaihi. Vasishta and other leader pramukaihi, by them. So Vasishta pramukaihi.
Here, the book Tasmin has referred to Dasharatha.
Oh yeah, sorry. Not just because of Rama's going, even the Dasharatha's going. I extended it. I should have extended it to Dasharatha first. So why Bharata's anointing was needed? Because Dasharatha died. I mean, so yeah, correct. Eventually Rama, but in the first instance it is Dasharatha. Correct. Gatetu tasmin. So Swargam gatetu tasmin Dasharate. That's correct. Thank you. So Vasishta Pramukaihi, by the leaders like Vasishta. Okay. See, plural. Pramukaihi, plural. Tritiya Bahuvachana. Dvijaihi. So it is a title to those Pramukas. Okay. By those twice born. Okay. So by the many Pramukas who are twice born. Niyujyamanaha. See, again, Utva of Visarga. Don't think of it as some new Vibhakti. So whenever you see a O in the end, be suspicious. Look for a Visarga. With Niyujyamanaha, the deployed. So, okay, this is Mana is actually Shanach Pratyaya, right? So Niyujyamanaha, because of Upasarga Ni to the Dhatu Yuj, the Mana type of what you call Shanachanta has been taken instead of Shatranta. Okay. Yujyan would have been the Shatra. Yujyamanaha is the Shanach, but not Yujyamana alone with Ni. Niyujyamanaha. Niyujyamanaha. So Bharataha. It pairs with Bharata in Ekavachana. Rajyaya, for the sake of the kingdom. Rajyaya. See? For the sake. Okay. Sitaya, Rajyaya, like that. Okay. So Naichat Rajyam, Na Ichat Rajyam, Na Ichat Naichat, Vriddhi Sandhi. Okay. And here Aichat plus Rajyam, Dakara has appeared in place of Takara due to softening of the Takara. So that is one of the Vyanjana Sandhis. We don't need to worry. But it's Na Aichat Rajyam. Ra is hiding in this stroke here. Dra. So Rajyam. Na Aichat Rajyam. So there are three words there. Mahabalaha. So Mahabalaha is again a qualifier to Bharata. So Mahabalaha Bharataha Rajyaya Niyujyamanaha Rajyam Nyaichat. So the great Bharata, who was deployed for kingdomship, Rajyaya, did not like the Rajya, did not like the kingdomship. Why? That we will know later. But more importantly, why he was deployed for Rajya? Gatetu tasmin Dasharate is the qualifier leading off to the event of his anointment being Niyujyamana. But by whom? Vasishta Pramukaihi Dvijaihi. So they all stack up nicely, right? So, but what is the active Kriyapada? Aichat or Na Aichat is the active Kriyapada. Negation of the Aichat. Na Aichat is the Kriyapada. So the Karta is Bharata. But behind Bharata, all these guys stack up in the sentence. Okay. So first is the reason, the departure. Next is by whom and for what? For Niyojana to the Rajya. And in the end, he did not like it. He did not want it. So the sentence is fairly stacked with meanings there in one sentence. So Tasmin Dasharate. Here very clear. Tasmin Dasharate Gatetu Vasishta Pramukaihi Dvijaihi Rajyaya Niyujyamanaha Mahabalaha Bharataha. The being deployed, that kind of great Bharata. And so everything stops here now. So Bharata is stacking all that. Rajyam Naichat. So he becomes the Karta for Rajyam Naichat. He did not desire the kingdom. What looks very simple, sometimes we have to look at it a little grammar and understand. Then it it's kind of nice. We get the meaning. See, when we see these words, the words suggest the meaning. We don't need always to do a lot of grammar analysis. Sometimes the Vasishta, because we kind of know the story. So sometimes we take the meaning because we already know the story. If we didn't know at all, this grammar becomes extremely critical. Or when we have to precisely point to every single vibhakti, vachana, pratyaya and describe it, then we need to know the grammar. That's what is our attempt in the Anvaya Krama.
Sir, so what is Echat here?
Aichat, na Aichat. Echat na, sorry. Na Aichat. Na Aichat, I, and the Vriddhi is also I only. A plus I. Vriddhi is Aichat. Aichat becomes Aichat only, but with na Aichat. Naichat. See, the akara and the aikara combined to make a single aikara. See, na has a n plus a, right? Okay. And then aichat. So n plus a plus I became n plus I. A will be disappeared. Naichat.
So what is the meaning of Naichat?
Oh, did not desire.
Oh, okay. It's not na plus ichat, na?
No. Na plus aichat.
Oh, okay.
Na plus ichat would be nechat, right? A plus ea.
Yeah.
Na ichati. For example, you can do that sandhi also, not with ichat. Yeah. Na ichati you can do, right? Ichati is very much nechati, there. So then nechati, not naichati. Nechati. Here, aichat is already a growth on top of ichat. So the form already has a vriddhi, vriddhi of the ikara, okay, due to its own prakriya. Now on see, because what is aichat? This is a lung bhutakala, right, madam? So a plus ich plus at, bhuta at. Okay, abhavat. You remember abhavat? Okay, a plus bhu plus vat, right? Abhavat, right? So same way, a plus ich plus at, okay, is the prakriya entering into the generate the kriya pada. Now that a plus e collide to make a I there as part of the prakriya. Why a plus e is I? Don't ask me. There is some long prakriya. There will be 10 formulas to connect it up. Okay. So then that I combines with the akara in the na to make another vriddhi, which is naichat. Okay. What we are not studying is the internal sandhis. We are studying the external sandhis. That's okay.
Okay.
Mahodaya, one doubt. Like this Niyujyamanaha, you said we are having Upasarga Ni, that is why it is becoming Shanach Pratyay.
Perfect, yes.
But is it like if we have Atmanepadi also, don't we use Shanach Pratyay?
Are you getting confused? See, Shatru Shanach is about Parasmaya Atmane. You're right. Am I getting confused? I have to say yes.
Because I just checked Ashtadhyayi.
Good. Very good.
Seems
Thanks.
to be Ubhayapadi. I'm not sure.
Yeah, no. I'm just trying to think. See, correct. See, that's more due to Shatru Shanash, not due to Upasarga. Upasarga happens to be present. I got misguided. Very, very keen of you to notice that. So Yuj Dhatu is in Atmane form. That's why Shanach. Correct. Yujyate. So Yujyamanaha. Okay. So whether ni is not there or not there, that doesn't help. Is not influencing mana. Mana is because of Yuj Dhatu. Correct. Whether it's Ubhayapati, we will see.
It influences Tavatu Pratyay, correct, sir?
Right.
Labanta.
I confused that with this. I conflated. So we should warn ourselves to be very carefully sorted in our mind. Which pair is influenced by Upasarga, which pair is influenced by Atmanepadi, Parasmaipadi. So time to jot that and keep knocking our head with that. And me too.
Yuj Dhatu as per Ashtadhyayi, is it like to bind, to restrain?
To yoga, yeah. Same thing from which yoga comes, correct.
Okay.
Yuj. To enjoin, to join, to join.
Latlakar, it is Yunakti, Yungtaha. It's very difficult.
This is now expert material now. What we are reading there? Niyujyamana. Let us take the Shanach and move on. So let us read these words here. Anvaye Visheshaha. After splitting up the words in a shloka, we have to arrange them in prose order in accordance with the case termination, vibhakti, number, vachana, etc. So old stuff, nothing new here. We will learn more about Anvaya Krama in this lesson. Let us analyze the prose order, Anvaya, prose order is Anvaya, of the shloka above, step by step, and learn how to arrange the words in any given shloka in Anvaya Krama. Now they are kind of listing bullet by bullet what you do. We kind of learned it over time, but they are trying to materialize it for us in neat bullets. First, please pick the Kriyapada. That's what I'm saying. We must pick the main verb Kriyapada or the set of verbs in the shloka. If there are more than one active verbs, then there are multiple sentences, obviously. Okay. In this verse, there is only one main verb, Aichat. We saw that, Aichat. I mistakenly said Ichat. It is Aichat. My mistake on my part. Next, we must identify the subordinate clause. See, now the main verb has been identified. We have to look to see if there are some kridantas, lebantas, etc. that create subordinate clauses. Krutva, niyujyamanaha, etc. Like those kind of subordinate clauses can be generated by kridantas like them. So that we have to look for. So a subordinate verb, apradhana kriya, non-dominant kriya, okay, is always accessory to the main clause. Okay, remember in a Sanskrit sentence there can only be one lakara yukta kriyapada. Okay, kriyapada, which is lakara yukta usually, can only be one. Okay, so if there is another one, then there is another sentence. Okay, so they become clauses, and sometimes kridantas also create clauses, but it may have its own subject, object, etc. So each clause is like a mini world, mini tree of subject, object, verb, other things. In this shloka, there are two subordinate verbs, namely gate, which is in Pratama they have said gataha. Gate is Saptami Ekavachana, so gataha they said, and niyujyamanaha, the Shanach version. Okay, so these two are subordinate verbs. So now let's see how they proceed. Number 3, we should then group the words in the shloka according to their case termination. So that first thing they said they are asking us to do again. Prathama, niyujyamanaha, mahabalaha, bharataha. We usually look for those things anyway. Dvitiya, rajyam. Tritiya, vasishta pramukaihi dvijaihi. Chaturthi, rajyaya, for the sake of the kingdom. Saptami, tasmin gate. So dasharate tasmin gate. Dasharate in bracket. Then avyayam is tu, na, etc. They have listed it. Obviously, sometimes you should not forget their association as to how they sit in the sentence also, but generally now they have opened up. Now the words have to be put in prose order. the indeclinable na must go with the main verb as na aichat. That is actually already the Kavi himself has very strongly bonded it to aichat in a sandhi. So we should leave it there. We should not put it to na dasharate, something like that. Okay, so clear. Gate tu tasmin is a usage called sati saptami prayoga. This is what I was telling in the earlier also. It will be explained in detail in the next level. Oh, it comes for shiksha. For now, we shall retain these three words as they are. Note that there is a similar usage in the previous shloka also. See, they are reminding us. We also saw that, right? We were talking at length about it there. Gate tu rame or something like that. So the words Vasishta Pramukaihi Dvijaihi Rajyaya are linked to Apradhana Kriya Niyujyamanaha. So they have kind of suggested that that act of niyoga is being done by these Vasishta Pramukhas, so they are related that way by them for the sake of the, for what reason? For the sake of the kingdom, Niyujyamanaha. That means they were trying to bind Bharata to the kingdom. That's why that niyoga. Okay, so that is that niyoga karya. All right. The remaining words Mahabalaha, Bharataha, Rajyam are associated with the main kriya Aichat. Okay, that we pretty much saw with Bharata, the Aichat stacks, and Bharata's qualifiers, direct qualifiers, Mahabalaha and Karmapada Rajyam get associated there. See, that's why that Rajyam won't walk to that class, that Rajyaya won't walk to this class. Okay, we need to separate them. But also the Kavi won't mix them up. See, Niyujyamanaha, Rajyaya. So Rajyaya is associated with Niyujyamanaha. Rajyam Mahabalaha, Naichat Rajyam Mahabalaha. Karmapada is sitting between one of the aliases for Bharata and the Kriyapada. So it is a Karmapada for that Kriyapada. There's no doubt. Okay, so this way we can associate. Okay, the remaining words, Aichat, Niyujyamana is an action subservient to the main action Aichat. So Niyujyamana becomes a clausal verb holder, verb placeholder. It is a namapada, but it's a verb placeholder because it's a krudanta. Okay. Now the Anvaya is, now they have showed how the clauses collect. So Vasishta Pramukaihi Dvijaihi Rajyaya Niyujyamanaha Mahabalaha Bharataha Rajyam na Aichat. So they put the karma here, they put the chaturthi for the sake of that one here, and by whom, like that, the stack behind. Okay, nice. So now they have looked up this Vasishta Pramukaihi Dvijaihi. Let's see what they are talking about. Number 5. The words in this box are directly related to the verb Niyujyamanaha. The subordinate clause Vasishta Pramukaihi Dvijaihi Niyujyamanaha is related to the main verb Na Aichat. Okay, so this clause becomes a subordinate to the main verb which dominates the main clause. Okay, Na Aichat. That clause Tasmin Gatetu is added in the beginning to Gate. So Gate takes the Tasmin Gatetu Sati Saptami Prayoga and that stacks behind. Okay. Now the complete sentence, they have read it out for us. Tasmin Gatetu Vasishta Pramukaihi Dvijaihi Rajyaya Niyujyamanaha Mahabalaha Bharataha Rajyam Naichat. Now guys, though they have tried to give us in so many bullets, it is true. They make it sound obvious. It's not obvious. Little bit of mental exercise is needed. Little circus is needed from our side. We have to throw a few sentences out till we like it and then slowly collect. So they have given some general guidance. It's not as if there is every answer sitting there in those sentences. Okay, you need your viveka also. Okay, this is the prose order of the shloka. Following this method, try to arrange the words in the following shlokas in Anvaya Krama. You will then be able to master the technique of analyzing verses and understanding their meaning correctly. They are telling you, please do this exercise similarly how we did with this box and other sentences for other verses that you have studied so far and you are going to study in the future in these lessons, additional lessons. So now they have gone to Pratipadartha section of it after describing the Anvaya in detail. Very straightforward for us. Not almost needed for us. Anyway, Tasmin Dasharate Gatetu, when he Dasharatha was gone to the next world, Niyujyamanaha being appointed. This is actually painful to try and reorganize it for English. I don't know why they even did that. I wouldn't pain myself like this. Anyway, Rajyaya Vasishta. So everything is topsy-turvy here for the sake of English. If you write the same sentence in Hindi or Kannada or Telugu, you will not need this circus. It will look exactly like this. ಆ ದಶರಥನು ಹೋದಲ್ಲಿ ವಸಿಷ್ಠ ಪ್ರಮುಖರು ರಾಜ್ಯಕ್ಕಾಗಿ ಪಡಲಾಗುವ ಭರತನು ರಾಜ್ಯವನ್ನು ಇಷ್ಟಪಡಲಿಲ್ಲ. ಲೈಕ್ ದಟ್ ಸಮಥಿಂಗ್ ಯು ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ಸೋ ಈಸಿಲಿ belt out in Kannada. Same way as in Sanskritam, though it sounds a little bit more Shastric than normal Kannada. But that's how you would do in Telugu or Hindi also. Tatparya, sometimes some color added. Let's see. Dasharatha passed away and the throne fell vacant. The kingdom was in danger without a king. It was the duty of the royal priest Vasishta to appoint. So the royal priest is the Vasishta is the title of the royal priest, almost you can say, to appoint the next king. The eldest prince Rama, who was the heir to the throne, had gone off to the forest. Next was Bharata. It was also the desire of his mother Kaikeyi that he should be made the king. Not desire, the vara. She ensured that. Hence Vasishta and others decided to place him on the throne and convey same to him. So they did that. But Bharata was no doubt eligible to ascend the throne. That's Mahabalaha and all that describes that. Born in the royal family, he was young and valorous. The actual heir was away in the forest. Before his death, Dasharatha also had yielded to this wish of Kaikeyi. Basically it was Bharata's duty also as the son of Dasharatha to not cross the Vara. But anyway, but he did rule, but in a different way. In spite of all this, Bharata did not comply with the request of Vasishta and others. He thought that Rama's exile alone did not give him the right over the throne. After all, he too was a pious brother of the noble Rama. If you remember the story, the Bharata won't be in the capital at that time. When all this grand drama happens in Ayodhya, he will be in his Maike or whatever they call it, in his wife's hometown. So poor fellow is not actually aware. There is no telephone. So he was not actually aware. And by the time the sad news reached, Dasharatha had died and he was, driven to this. So yeah, so he tries, if you see the story will emerge, he tries to get Rama back, honestly like a brother. But then he finally acceds and rules the kingdom. Okay. Anuvada Paddhatihi. And so much to read and time moves like anything. You learned that while translating a specific idea, it's preferable to adopt literal translation, Shabdanuvadha method, so that the tense, case termination, etc. are clearly conveyed. However, while translating a story or a news item or a lengthy article, the total import should be conveyed. They're repeatedly saying this to us for a while now. In fact, their Tatparyas in English are showing that. Their Tatparyas in English show the same honor to the English language that they want to be shown to the Sanskrit language, because they put the phrases nicely in English as much as they know. Bhavanuvadaha is preferred here. Given below are a few other points that are to be borne in mind while translating. Carefully read the matter to be translated from beginning to end once. Very good. Then read each sentence and try to grasp the purport of it. Okay. As far as possible, construct simple and short sentences, dividing the matter in accordance with the purport. Each sentence may consist of 3 or 4 words. This is exactly what, even when we have to give some kind of a longish Sanskrit answer, we have to follow this. Very nice. In the initial stage, try to break up the long sentences. Thus, you can minimize errors. In the beginning, means don't be afraid of sounding childish. They are saying you be accurate. That's all. Don't worry about sounding childish. There is no need to make a long, winding Kalidasa-like sentence. In the beginning, do not attempt to translate passages containing technical matter or serious debates or newspaper articles. I like the last one very well. It goes to show how bad our newspapers have become. Don't even attempt translating them, they say. Good. For you will find it difficult to handle both the language and the subject matter. I think for newspaper article, I can almost see the author laughing in his head when he wrote this. Subject matter of politics and other nonsenses. 32 allowed cricket. Make it a habit to go over what you have written. Given below are a few examples to show how a long sentence can be broken into small sentences. Hopefully that is in Sanskritam. Let me open. Yeah, nice. Once a farmer, Govinda, oh, it's actually in English. Once a farmer, Govinda by name, living in Karavirapura. On his way to the city, met a friend and asked him, is everything well? The English itself is strung into one long sentence and makes it a little complex, but here they broke it nicely. Purvam Karavirapure Govindah Nama Ekah Krishakah Vasati Sma Ekada Sah Nagaram Gachan Asit Tada Tasya Snehitah Marge Militavan Saha Snehitah Prishtavan Kimboho Sarvam Kushalam Va iti. Nice. So another few they have given. Let us have some of our Bhaginis and Varatrus help us read this. Swarna Kumari, you are able to help us? Swarna Kumari? Okay. I hope you guys are not asleep behind your microphones. Hiral Bhagini?
Mohoday.
Mohoday, read number 2 for us, madam, slowly.
Sri Ram, who was a clerk in a post office and did not get a pension even a year after retirement, he went to the main post office, enraged and having met a higher officer. He reported to him that he was Sri Ram, who had been working in the same department but had not received any pension so far.
Very interesting. Sanskrit Bharati has deliberately put this in one single English sentence to just torture us. Okay. So see, if you write like this, the reader won't enjoy. It's torture. He is looking back to see who was Sri Ram, who was the officer, who did what. It becomes, in the end, you don't know who is subject, who is object, who is what is the location. Also, you'll forget. Okay. So it's torture. So you definitely don't want to do it in Sanskritam for sure. That's what they're telling. Okay. Now read on, Varye.
Sri Ramah Patralaya Karyalaye लिपिकारः आसीत् निवृत्तेः एकवर्षानन्तरम् अपि निवृत्तवेतनं न आगतम् इति सः खिन्नः.
It can be further broken up. See, sorry. See, निवृत्तेः एकवर्षानन्तरम् अपि वेतनं न आगतम् अतः सः खिन्नः also can be done. Further scope is there actually to simplify. There, even here, this sentence is too long. Okay, continue, madam.
अतः सः प्रधानपत्रालय कार्यालयं गतवान्. अधिकारिणं दृष्टवान्. अहं श्रीरामः अत्र एव पूर्वकार्यं करोमि स्म.
पूर्वं कार्यं करोमि स्म.
इतोपि निवृत्तिवेतनं न लब्धम् इति सः सूचितवान्.
See now, so with having broken down here and there, you can even break it a little more, but you don't want to overdo it also. So that's why they have cut a balance. But so almost some 5-6 sentences they threw. What was like a really contorted ejection of one sentence in the earlier thing. Okay, so wonderful thing to follow. Even in your answers, even in your exam answers, you can be brief and small sentences. Stack a few of them. No need to contort yourself like, you know, to somehow fit into the question framework. As long as the tatparya of the answer is reached, that is enough. Okay. Well done, Hiral Bhagini. Thank you. Geeta Hegde Varye. Swarna Kumari is yes, active. Number 3 yes, for you.
Which one, sir? Second
number
one?
Number 3.
Number 3. Formerly, when King Bhoja was ruling, a farmer called Suguna, as he was in the city of Dhara, came across a gold vessel, felt happy that he had a lucky break.
Look, guys, this English is not perfect. But the idea is not to teach English, so I will take it. Okay, they have kind of stacked up clauses that should actually not be stacked up the way they have done. But we will not worry. But it's Indian English, and that's fine. So you can see the pain. Okay, now we will see they have broken it nicely in Sanskritam. Without translation, you guys can take the meaning. Continue, Bhagini.
Okay, sir. Purvam Bhojarajaha Dharanagaram पालयति स्म. तथा सुगुणः नाम कृषकः आसीत्. एकदा सः कर्षणसमये एकं सुवर्णपात्रं दृष्टवान् भाग्यं फलितम् इति सः सन्तुष्टः जातः.
So bhagyam palitam. Don't make it fa, make it pha.
Okay.
Phalitam iti saha santushtah jatah. Now, well read, Bhagini. Over time, as you start mastering these sentences and meaning starts becoming clear to you, when you look at the sentence, bang, the meaning comes to you. Add some kaku to your reading. Okay. Purvam Bhojarajah Dharanagaram palayati sma. Tada Sugunaha nama Krishakaha asit. Ekada saha Karshana samaye ekam suvarna patram drishtavan. If you add this, na, even a baby will understand what you're saying. Okay?
Okay.
That you have to develop. Okay? That will happen only when the meaning starts becoming clear to you. That means before you even belt out the sentence from your mouth, your eyes would have scanned the sentence, got the purport. Okay? This is the skill of reading. So, got the purport, skill of reading in the sense, skill of reading it to a child or something. Okay? So, that you would develop. All of you
now
must.
we are cautious about to read properly first.
No problem. No, I know, you're saying, oh, Anuj will correct me and he will say that, he will say this. Don't worry. Okay. Our aim is to keep becoming better and better. That's not, we'll all pass the exam. Exam pass to guaranteed. Okay, we will break here 12:40. So we'll break for lunch and let us gather back and try to conclude the Sandhi section. It's a very small Sandhi, Purva Rupa Sandhi in the afternoon. And then, hopefully we can even step into lesson 7 today a little bit. So have a nice lunch and we meet back at 2 o'clock. Okay. All right. We don't have the luxury of resting, unfortunately, guys. Okay. All right. Bye.
Bye.
ಧನ್ಯವಾದ.
ಧನ್ಯವಾದ.